look at that. I found the record button. Holy shit. How's it going, everybody? Wilfie here. So, big news. I just thought I remembered this. There's a freaking update coming for X3, Albion Prelude. The game's 16 years old, and they're releasing a free DLC for it. Farnham's Legacy, I think they called it. And I guess it's a community project that the endlessly awesome Egosoft community of loyal players. Because let's face it, we are simply the finest gaming community on Earth. I mean, Egosoft for life. No, I'm joking. Of course, lots of good people in the Egosoft fan community, and they take care of their customers, and there's a reason that we're all pretty loyal to our friends over in Germany making these amazing games for us. But yeah, so a bunch of community members got together on the forum. I guess this started a couple years ago, or a few years ago, and they decided they were going to put together an expansion for Albion Prelude. And so, they've got it's a brand new big pile of content. There's some new ships, a few new gameplay mechanics. I guess the player headquarters is improved, and it's going to be a new vanilla experience. I don't know if they actually got Egosoft to modify the engine at all, or if it's all just script changes. But it doesn't matter. Look at LitCube's universe. That's there's no in-engine change. It's all just it's all scripts and new assets and that sort of thing. They didn't actually modify the engine, and look at how much different that is. So yeah, I guess that comes out in May, and I will definitely be checking that out and streaming that. It looks amazing. So I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, that just came out of the blue. A couple of my buddies on Discord noticed it and mentioned it, and I thought it was an April Fool's gag at first, but then I'm like, wait a minute, it's not April 1st anymore. So I go and check, and sure enough, we getting some new X3. What other game company in the history of mankind do you know of that actually maintains a game that was released 16 years ago? I guess Running with Scissors did that with Postal 2, I think. They came out of nowhere, and they released a fairly big patch. Oh, shit, you fucking light. But yeah, they released a pretty big patch for Postal 2. And that was probably 10 years after it came out. So there are companies out there that do it, but man, Egosoft is setting the standard again. Good group of guys. And gals. I don't want to discriminate or be exclusionary. Western Union at a mobile gas station. Okay, that's about as sketchy as you can get. Just saying. Well, I just had a good time. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm settling back in, getting stuff done at home. Almost done with everything related to the divorce and getting that out of my hair. Decree is done. So I'm single, legally divorced now, and just have to get the refi done, and that's coming along pretty well. I think they've gotten the last of the paperwork they need from me. It's amazing. I've thought that about a dozen times, and every time they come up with something new. Oh, you gotta have blah 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 blah. Okay. Like, look, I got this. I got all sorts of documentation. I just went through a divorce, and I really had to have my shit together for that. So you need a document, I can give it to you. And so they said, challenge accepted. We need you to produce blah 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 that only your homeowner's insurance company can provide. Like, you dicks. But I have groveled with the insurance gods and met with success. Had to sign a bunch of documents today again. It's retarded how much paperwork is involved in a seemingly simple transaction. It's like, you guys put a lien on the house, throw a bunch of money at this arrogant bitch so she'll go away, and then, I'm on the hook for the next 30 years. How hard is this? But yeah, I think they've just about exhausted all the different creative ways they can come up with to exhaust my printer and my scanner and my email client. So, in other words, I'm pretty sure it's close to done. But yeah, I've heard one more thing about 6 times in the past 2 weeks, and I'm getting a little pissed. A little bit frustrated with that. Woo! Warp drive, Scotty! I like driving. It's been a while since I've done a nice long road trip. Why am I yawning? Well, I have an idea why I'm yawning. I shouldn't be tired, though. I'm probably still unwinding from the trip. Man, this is a hell of a turn. What are we doing? 360 degrees here? Oh, well. Yeah, pretty close. I guess we call that 270. I was looking through. I'm trying to set something else up that I'm not prepared to talk about yet because it needs a lot of paperwork to do, and I have to get a medical exam and that kind of shit too. But digging through old emails, looking for a nugget of information that I really should already have and know and have memorized, and I'm embarrassed that I don't. But so yeah, anyway, I had to ask some people for things I should already know. But while I was digging through a bunch of old emails, I came across this a white paper. Actually, turns out I'm a published author. I kind of forgot about that. I wrote, it was a whopping 9 pages, so we're talking real advanced scientific contribution. But god damn it, it's got my name on it, and it's out there, and I actually presented this at the 2012 Spring SIGGRAPH conference in Orlando, Florida. It was kind of neat. Honestly, it was mostly just a sales pitch for the project I was working on at a DoD funded thing called CEDRAS. It's a neat library. It's a really interesting technology, and I was one of the core maintainers for a couple of years until they stopped funding it. So, don't work for free, right? But yeah, it was a paper discussing how to use the CEDRAS transmittal format to kind of generate or provide a template system to help instead of converting or trying to write a converter directly from one format like I'm trying to remember now, like OpenSceneGraph to something else like 3ds or 3D Studio, whatever. You could do a conversion from one format into the CEDRAS transmittal format and then and from that out to the other. So the purpose of it was to kind of separate concerns so that when you wanted a conversion, you didn't have to write a single converter that dealt with both formats, the source and the target. You could just build a simpler one that dealt with the source format and spat it out into CEDRAS model, and then you could farm out or just write your own converter to go from transmittal to your other format. I just repeated myself. But there was also a template system that I wanted to mix in there, kind of like a prefab type of thing, so that you could use up less space and spend less time cranking out boilerplate structures within a transmittal, and it had some legs. I mean, it was a neat idea. We never got to really explore it because, ran out of money. But, I got to present it, and it's in the official papers, and it's still on the Cedrus website, and it's like, wow, this is actually published a paper. That's kind of neat. And then, of course, nothing came of it, and I didn't win the Nobel Prize for coolness in epicness. I don't know, it's silly. Not my best work, but it's neat. It's still neat to see my name in lights and actually have just a little byline in an industry journal. It's kind of cool. So yeah, that was just a weird little trip down memory lane. And good times. I've been feeling a lot better the past week and a half with the divorce decree in my hand. Oh yeah, she didn't waste any time canceling my health insurance coverage. That's okay. The day I got the decree, I went to my employer and said, right, sign my ass up. Because my health insurance is paid 100% by the company. So, if you thought you were costing me money, Nicole, I'm such a child. But anyway, yeah, so the funny thing about that is, the benefits company emailed me on Friday, and I was still out in Nevada with my parents, and I get this email saying, so we got your enrollment and your divorce decree, but unfortunately that's not enough proof that you don't have coverage anymore. I'm like, what? I can prove to you that I was the spouse on an employee plan, and I'm not the spouse anymore, and I gave you proof that I'm not. And I'm usually really, really polite in emails like that, because I'd rather solve the problem than just get exacerbated and ask, what the fuck? But I was a little bit snarky in this one. I think I repeated no longer the spouse like 3 times. But anyway, I wrote the guy back, and he responded and said, yeah, I'm sorry, these insurance companies are dicks. What they need from you is a letter of, a notice that your coverage is canceled, like, effective date of, the end of your policy coverage, whatever. And I was like, okay, fine, I guess when I get home, I'll have to call up the insurance company and start groveling. And then I got home, and it was Sunday night, and it turns out I was worried about nothing, because sure enough, in the mail was a letter from, a notice of end of coverage, whatever, from the old insurance company. So it worked out. I sent that along, and they're like, okay, yeah, you're good. So my health insurance is now better, which I didn't think was even possible, because what I had was fucking amazing. But this is astonishingly good. Like, the out-of-pocket max, I think, is $750 a year. And the co-pays for things like doctor's visits are $10. And it covers, like, fucking everything. It'll even pay for chiropractic, which I don't think is a real thing, but they'll pay for it, up to 30 visits a year. Yay! A whole bunch of other cool shit, but yeah, anyway. So that'll happen. Get all that paperwork sent to me soon. And they're taking her name off the house homeowners insurance policy. The divorce decree was sufficient for that. And they're waiting for them to send me a revised estimate. A new quote, the replacement cost quote, or whatever. Because the lender's got this pesky demand that, the insurance needs to at least cover the dollar value of the loan. Such silly demands, right? But no, it's fine. The insurance company's like, oh yeah, we can do that. It's going to cost you a little extra. I'm like, fuck it, do it. I want insurance. If the house burns down, I don't want to be homeless. So that should come either tonight or tomorrow, and send that off to the lender, and that should tick the very last box. They've done everything else I can think of, and that they can think of. About the only thing left is an anal probe. He hasn't said anything about that yet. Maybe that's the medical exam. Nah, that's for something different. I'm doing something, or I'm trying to set something up to make sure some people I care about are taken care of. But more on that when it happens. It's neat, though. They're going to send a doctor out to me. He's actually going to come to the house to conduct this medical exam. So I'm kind of interested to see how this is going to go. He's going to have to deal with 10 fucking cats. Nah, it should be fun. My health is actually pretty decent, believe it or not. I mean, I have several conditions, but they're controlled with medication, and they're steadily improving as I lose weight. So, that makes things a lot easier. Holy shit, what is that? Oh, it's a pooper scooper truck. Ugh, hold your breath, everybody. Or hold your nose. Oof. Yeah, sewage truck parked on the side of the road on the freeway. That's always a winner. Oh, so what else is going on? It's nice to feel free for the first time in my life. For the first time in a long time. Not in my life, but yeah, in a long time. Yeah. Sorry, I still catch myself just pausing every few seconds sometimes. Breathing a sigh of relief that it's all done with. I just have to refinance is the only thing left. I've now said that like a dozen times in this vlog. Sorry, guys. Ooh, I saw train signals. Man, I wish Orlando had some good trains. But we've got jack shit here. I think I've complained about this before. We just have this goofy little sunrail thing. And it's weird because it's heavy rail. Like, it's a diesel locomotive pushing, I think, a whopping 3 passenger cars. And it covers maybe 15 miles. And it goes once an hour per direction. And it only runs from like 7 in the morning to 8 o'clock at night, and only on weekdays. What the hell good is that? They don't run on weekends, and they don't run at night when, lots of people might want to, go downtown and get drunk and not have to drive. But nah, we don't want to cater to that crowd. Fuck that. We're going for those juicy commuters who apparently aren't really using the train. Oh. Jeez. Cat hair on my lips. Cat hair just gets everywhere. You find it in places you didn't even know it could go. But yeah, I don't know. So there's just that Sunrail train. And it's not expensive to ride. It's like $5 or $6 round trip, I think, end to end. And the cars are nice. It's not like it's a bad service. It's just when they provide it, it just doesn't really go anywhere useful. Uh-oh, someone got busted. Jeez, why am I yawning all of a sudden? I wonder, should I... Oh, wow, what happened here? There's a bunch of cops. I don't think anyone got busted. I think something happened. Can't quite see. Crystal Lake Drive. All right, folks, look out for Jason. Is there a Jason Voorhees around? Yeah. I just see a pile of cops. No accident or anything. Yeah. Whatever happened, it happened long enough ago that it's not interesting anymore. Dead air. Silence. I don't know, guys. I'm just feeling good. As far as right, I was talking about trains. So yeah, there's just Sunrail, and I don't think there's any other train service. Oh, Amtrak comes through here, yeah. So if I wanted to go to Washington, D.C., I could, piss away a day. Not piss away, it's a day on a train, which is an awesome day. Because trains are cool. But yeah, I think it was maybe at most $100 in fare to go from here up to Washington, D.C. on Amtrak, and it took, I think, 25 hours. It was a nice ride. I'll let you guess who didn't enjoy it, but she doesn't count anymore. I enjoyed it, and that's all that matters. Any person that doesn't like trains, you gotta wonder about them a little bit. It's okay to not be really fascinated by them and not be a foamer. I love that term, foamer. But anyway, it's one thing if you're not interested in trains, but if you actively don't like them, there's something wrong with you. You got some weird character flaw that people should not trust you because of. Wow, that came out of nowhere, didn't it? Also, I've declared that if you don't like my little IKEA roly-poly bug stuffed animal, then you're pure evil. There's something wrong with you. I've shown it on live streams before. Maybe I'll post a picture of it and make it the thumbnail for this video. I haven't done thumbnails like that, so yeah, I think I'll do that. That could be fun. And if you don't like my bug, you can go to hell. Because they've got a chair waiting for you. Now, speaking of going to hell, I wonder if I should go to McDonald's and get some food. I'm kinda hungry. I actually have an appetite today, and that's pretty rare. That is helping me lose weight, though. Got some fudge to finish up, but I probably shouldn't eat all of that in a week. It's really bad, and that'll put that weight right back on. Not that McDonald's is any better. But as I speak, and as I say the words, I gotta admit, fucking that Big Mac sauce sounds really good. Yeah, so I'll think about that for a minute. Maybe I'll go. And you might get to hear me order. I think for this weekend, complete change of subject. Oh my God, would you get around me, dickhead? I hate when somebody just sits right beside you in another lane, matches your speed, paces you so that you can't get over. Fuckwit. Right, anyway, so this weekend, I am going to resume my streaming. We're going to pick back up and resume our LitCubes playthrough. We have some OCV teeth to kick in. And so yeah, we'll be doing that. I know I haven't streamed in the past couple of weeks. Sorry about that. Things have been kind of hectic, and then of course I went on vacation for a little bit. God, that was fun. I missed that woman already. I missed her the minute I got out of her car. Oh well. It's a good feeling, so I'm not complaining. Well, missing her isn't a good feeling, but the other feelings that go with it are very pleasant. Haven't felt those warm fuzzies for a good number of years. And at the very least, she humors me, so, you know, I'll take it. This overpass that I'm going over right now, it took them 5 years to build this thing, but once it opened, it really helped. What am I thinking? It really helped clear up this traffic. The old interchange that it replaced was fucking awful. I think I got on the wrong tollway. Oh, god damn it, I did. I took the wrong exit. This is the right way to go home, but this is not the most efficient way to go get McFood. I think that means maybe I'll just skip McFood. Yeah, I'll just make fries at home. So we'll go home, I'll be good. To university! Oh yeah, it's 70 on this road, so 80 it is. I have gotten this car, this Toyota Prius 2011, in eco mode up to 104 miles an hour. That was fun. And when I say I got it up to that speed, I mean it wouldn't go any faster. If I had pushed the power button, power mode, it might have given me a few more miles per hour, but 104, you're starting to get a little shaky on the wheel. I mean, the wheel's starting to get a little shaky. And you kind of get this impression that, like, okay, the car is tolerating this, but is not enjoying it. So you're like, all right, fine. Plus, you get busted doing 104 miles an hour on a freeway, and you're going to jail. That's not the kind of thing that they'll give you a ticket for. They'll drag your ass in. Although, just imagine that hearing. Your Honor, I deny that I was doing 104 miles an hour. Really, Mr. Farrell? Because they've got a radar reading. That's right, Your Honor. And I can prove it. Oh, how so? I drive a Prius. Really? Yes. That little fruity hybrid? Yes, Your Honor. Right, case dismissed. That's some bullshit. The funny thing is, I guess those Teslas, the electric Tesla, like the all-electric one, never mind, they're all electric. The S, whichever the fancy fast one is, that thing can, I guess it can go hit pretty good speeds, like 150, 160. It's a shame there's no place you can actually just take your car and open it up. I guess you could go to one of the racetracks and just pay. That's private property. You can do whatever the owner lets you. That could be a little fun. I don't think I want to take my Prius out to a racetrack and play with it. I like it too much. I have no experience in high-speed driving or any kind of sports driving. So we call that unnecessary risk. Wow, it's already 8:30. Fuck. How long have I been talking? 28 minutes. Excuse me. Del Taco, 2 miles ahead, on right. Give me that money, that sponsorship money, Del Taco. That was some product placement right there. I expect remittance. Okay, are you... Of course you're U-turning. We need more turn signals. And we have left and right. I don't think that's adequate. We also need, I'm going straight. That needs to be a signal. Because there are traffic lights where the same lane will turn left and go straight. And, that's important information. And we also need, I'm making a U-turn to the left or to the right turn signals. So 5 signals total. Because that won't confuse the dipshits they allow to have driver's licenses. Oh yeah, so I guess the governor of Texas did something really fun and controversial, and I guess he did it in support, or he cribbed it from us. Florida did it first, and for once I'm actually proud of my governor. And proud of the state I live in. Because I guess back when the Biden administration started talking about mandating, what do they call it, vaccine passports or some bullshit for travel, like you had to have your papers before you could travel. And I guess Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and then Texas Governor, I can't remember his name, followed suit. But both Florida and Texas have both said, oh, nope, fuck that noise. It's illegal to even try to issue those here. And you are not welcome to badger our citizens over those, and you cannot deny any citizen of our fine states access to transportation, airports, seaports, anything on the basis of vaccination. So I think that's pretty awesome. Because that shit's just retarded. There's no reason to do that. Wait, is one of my kitties out here? Oh yeah, it's the gray one. I worry about him. I hadn't seen him since I got back. Hey, he's okay. Well, I'm going to go visit my cats. My outside cats. Oh, nope. I'm going to sit right here. That was a bee. I fucking hate bees. See you guys next time. Take it easy.